Hey y'all, it's Joe for here, the cranky old gay guy. And today we're going to be talking about, the weather. Why? Because, old people talk about the weather. It's a bit overcast today. It's chilly. I had to wear a sweat jacket when I walk the dog. Um, it's supposed to be, I think, in the high 70s, low 80s, but who's to say? It's the Pacific Northwest. The weather reports are rarely spot on. So let's move past that. Today we're going to be talking about music, specifically gay specific music, but not made by gay people, but associated with gays or the gay lifestyle. In that, if you're gay, that means you listen to Cher and Madonna and Britney Spears and Mariah Carey and a plethora of other artists that are mostly female. Why? Well, because you're gay, you must love them, right? Well, this is what makes me cranky. And when I say cranky, I mean it's irritating to think that just because you're gay, that you somehow have a intimate relationship with an artist that you've never seen or met in person. Um, But because of your sexual orientation, that artist somehow represents you and speaks for you. And in reality, it doesn't for me. I don't know if I'm the wrong generation or not. Maybe if I had come out as an early teen, Liberace would have been my inspiration. Probably not, because visually I don't find him appealing. Didn't find him appealing. But who knows? I do have an association with disco music and the Village People. I mean, I do enjoy their music. But that is probably because I was in high school when disco was popular, and one of our physical education classes, you had the chance. You could either like do, I don't know, do touch football, or you could take disco dancing. And of course, I took disco dancing. Why? Because I hate football. And I hated all the let's pick on the little guy shit that I'm sorry I said that, didn't I? I'm trying to keep this so family friendly. All the crap that the little guy who weighs 100 pounds or less, actually I probably weighed 105, had to put up with in high school. So if I had a chance to go learn disco dancing, and at the time Dance Fever on television was an actual show where people from around the country would get together and do a disco number and try to win. And I remember my sister and I, she's 2 years and 8 months younger than me. Happy belated birthday, Opal. It was yesterday. Um, we would practice in the living room doing disco dancing that we made up. And I tried to do a lift, and I'm not very strong, or wasn't very strong. So it was difficult to get it so it all looks smooth. And we practiced and practiced many, many times. And we never entered a contest or tried to actually get on dancing or Dance Fever. Because Denny Terrio, I thought he was hot. I mean, even back in high school when I didn't know that I was gay, I thought Denny Terrio was hot, and he had a really nice butt in the pants that he wore, whatever costume he was wearing. And I wanted to be another Denny Terrio. Why? I don't know. I guess it was the whole thing. I wanted my route to Hollywood and becoming a professional actor and the next Merv Griffin kind of thing. And I think I've covered that in another video. But today we're talking about crank. And what gets me cranky, and a lot of you are going to hate this, is because there are certain artists that are associated with the gay males that some of them I don't get, and others I don't understand why anyone. Well, I guess that's the same as no kidding. Some of them I understand, but I just don't have any interest in, and others I don't understand why they're popular with gay men. One is probably my number one is Mariah Carey. She does have a great voice. I understand she's a trained opera singer. She's on key. She knows how to sing, but when she gets a piece of music, rather than just sing it, she butchers it by doing that high whistle tone, where she goes so high that it's just like you go, oh my God, I'm gonna break a glass somewhere, you know? So she ruins it. And then she's got that dang Christmas song that plays absolutely everywhere starting in October and it goes through the new year. All I want for Christmas is you. Yeah, I know it, the chorus, because you can't help but know it because it's everywhere. So, Mariah Carey, why do gay men track her? I don't understand. I really, really don't. Lady Gaga, good music. I don't, maybe because she speaks out for like gay liberation and she states that she's bisexual, even though every publicized romance I've seen about her has been with a male. So I don't know if she's really bisexual or if just in her mind she's bisexual or if she's actually, getting a little tang on the side. I don't know because we don't hear about that part. She did just do a duet with Bruno Mars, and so I guess that would be a bisexual and a homosexual because I think he's gay. And I think he might have mentioned he was bi in a previous article, but in reality, I think he's actually gay because I think he said that too, or one of his past lovers said that. I didn't research it. I'm just trying to remember what I've heard. But so I get the appeal of her. I like her music. I like her voice. The fact that she's doing a duet with a gay guy. If he was openly gay, it would be even better. Next, I'm sure she'll do a duet with Orville Peck, who I also like his voice, but I'm not going to follow him, just like I don't follow her. Um, and that could just be me. I don't really follow any artist. I'm not jumping from concert to concert around the world. Um, and to be honest, I don't want to sit at a concert for two hours plus with thousands of people. That runs way too late at night and is way too loud. And the tickets were way too expensive because you can't even hear the concert because of people screaming around you. And you have to stand up because people are jumping up and down because they get into this frenzy because they think that's what they're supposed to do. No, take me to a concert. I want seating. I want a stadium seating, even if it's indoors, because I want to be able to see. And I want you to sit your ass down when you're at a show. Concert theater, it doesn't matter. Don't stand up because you're annoying the F out of the people sitting behind you who went there to listen and hear and watch and not to watch you shake your butt, okay? So there's that. Another friend of Dorothy. I know that people say that is meaning you're a friend of Dorothy, meaning Judy Garland, which I am. I mean, Judy and I were old pals. Growing up, I watched Wizard of Oz every year, and I knew all the music. Um, but I don't think that's what it's really about. It's about, what is her name? Dorothy, I want to say 30s and 40s, lesbian, African American singer. I believe that's what Friend of Dorothy is really associated with. But with the newer generations, they don't know who that is. So they associated it with Friends of Dorothy, as in Dorothy from the Wizard of Oz, which is Judy Garland. And then you've got the group of gays who follow Liza, Liza, Liza. Why? Because Liza has married, I think, three gay men, and her mother had married a gay man. Liza Minnelli's father was gay. Vincent Minnelli? Yeah, Minnelli. I think he was a director, but my mind is slipping. So I mean, I get the draw of that, but does it mean that every gay man is going to be in love with Judy Garland? No, it does not. And why? Because they might have been exposed to it growing up. I know that there are certain people who follow artists that I know very little about, and they're gay, and this is This is their thing. In the 90s, it was Sade. I mean, and I listened to her too. She was very popular. But I don't know how she speaks to gay men because her songs aren't gay. I don't know. Maybe they just have sex to it and it kind of ingrained in their mind that when you hear Sade, you get horny. I don't know. Man, you can let me know in the comment section why you follow an artist other than just liking their music. What is it that grabs you about that artist and makes you want to listen and follow them and be a fanboy? Because I am not a fanboy to anyone, and I think that's probably very common. It's just that when you see gay men who are just flipping out over an artist or an actress or actor fanboying, those are the ones that get promoted. They're the ones that are going to be filmed. They're the ones that are going to be on TV. They're going to be on YouTube. They're going to be on TikTok because that's the drama and emotional appeal that's going to grab viewers. People like me who watch a concert and at the end, I clap, but I'm not screaming and yelling and losing my mind when I know BTS gets up on stage, which isn't a gay thing, but BTS is another story entirely. And maybe I will cover K-pop because it also irritates the F out of me. BTS, you could pick any of the singers, and I would say, oh, he is very similar to him and him and him and him because they all have the terrible haircuts. They all wear the same makeup. They all have very similar voices. I mean, ranges are different, but just speaking, they have very similar voices, and they're all androgynous. And they all remind me of like preteen boys or preteen girls for that matter. Something about it is off for me. And I don't understand the draw because it's just another pop boy band. Um, I guess it's good to dance to. But this video is going to get a lot of hate, I know, because I probably said something bad about one of the artists you love. Just as if I said something bad about or negative about a sports team, people who are really into that sports team are going to be pissed off. Well, that's just the way it is. If you're a fanatic over something, good for you. But don't be offended when someone else isn't. I think that's all I really have to say this morning is that I do get cranky when it's expected that I am going to be following someone. Um, I know someone online who really follows, well, Britney, um, Paris Hilton, and who is the other one? She did a song with Sam Smith that was really, really popular. Um, Boy, I don't know. I just think all of her music sounds pretty much the same, and it's one or two lines that are just repeated over and over to a synthetic music track. Um, but I guess the shows are really good because they have dancers, and she dances, and she does have a good voice. Um, but I don't even remember her name. Wow, that tells you how gay I am. Mhm. So, everybody, wrap this up. Go ahead and let me know what you think about music in general and its association with the gay community or gay lifestyles, and who you, if you had to, this is a question, if you had to pick a representative to be associated with gays, who would it be? Just leave it in the comments. One word, all you have to say, I would pick blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm going to give a shout out today to all you, to all the homosexuals out there who don't need a musical representation across their t-shirt. Okay? And I'm going to call you independent cogs because you're a cog if you subscribe to this show. You are an honorary cranky old gay guy. and now you're an independent cog. Okay? As always, this video is brought to you by a book written by Joseph L. Ferguson, also known as Jofer, also known as the Cranky Old Gay Guy. That's me. It's a wonderful book. It's a collection of fictional letters from a mother to her gay son who was kicked out of the house for being gay when he turned 18. It takes place in 1972 through 1980, and she's in West Texas. And it's a lot of folksy, homey. First couple letters, you're going to say, what the hell is this? It's boring, but just keep reading. The story builds. You get the backstory. You get all the surroundings and everything that's taking place. And then as the book gets towards the finale, it gets vicious, I guess, and harsh. And then there's that ending that's pow. Everyone who's read it has told me, wow, I didn't expect that ending. So don't cheat and jump to the end first, because then you're going to ruin the surprise. But get the book, leave a review, come back to the comment section, say, hey, everybody, I read this book, and wow. It helps support me, it helps support this channel, and helps me keep bringing things to you. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I will see you all another time, and I want you to have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.